Well, you know what my question is. What happens if you do nothing?
We're ready for that. The disparities that we already see between our three communities just get worse, and this is just on the economic side. As I mentioned, Silverton saw 80 to 90% losses on Blair Street. Ouray, just because we are linked into a northern corridor as well, we were only down about 2%. If we don't address this, that's just going to get worse, and we have the chance to lose a community that is vital to our being in the San Juan Mountains. On the natural side, if we don't address tourism and the pressures that we're starting to face and start re-educating and really caring about it, that whole list of natural assets that I talked about, those start to go away as well. The image that I showed of Ice Lakes has already had a Leave No Trace hotspot program because of the intense human pressures that they see. So for us, it's a two-part. We want to keep our way of life and our natural assets.
I'd like to also add that for a lot of our communities, residents are seeing that struggle of being a tourist town and it being financially viable for them to stay there. And we really think that in all three of our communities, people have chosen to live there. They work hard every day to stay in those communities. And so we think that by working towards a larger economic development plan on diversifying our economies, we can make sure that those people can continue to live there.
I am really impressed by the level of collaboration to date. And until the partnership gets off the ground, what is the backbone? Who is really owning this to ensure that it's driving forward?
I guess I was sort of elected as official cat herder. It goes with the name. No, I mean, we already had existing partnerships. I mean, during the 416 fire, Deanne and I were emailing or calling each other every day. We really connect well across the corridor. Kiki and Monique have really stepped up as our kind of on the ground, like, hey, we actually have solutions ready to go. And so, basically being, sort of the northern end, we're happy to kind of coordinate in the meantime and keep the conversations going. On my end also, I kind of overlap between a lot of economic development pieces and economic development regions. And so, I can kind of connect those pieces while we're kind of waiting on getting the rest of it going.
I would say that, since our plan is this macro level economic study and then these micro level, on the ground pieces, we have related to tourism. We kind of see CAT as that tourism anchor, and then Durango, kind of working towards that economic longer term piece. And so maybe anchors from both ends and regionally and in the plan.
I have to say that we do already have very deep alliance along that corridor, but what we especially realized during the 416 is, this is not going to be the last fire that we experience in Colorado. So although we gave different presentations, every single one of our communities see the same issues. So we talked about visitor center, boots on the ground, front facing with our customers, and then needing the data, and as well as infrastructure problems that all communities have. So we actually share each one of these in alliance. We just took our very strong point for each community to discuss here today.
Fantastic, thank you. You want to do the quick one?
It's
Ask your question and one person answer only. Go. Quick.
Okay, so like 5 years out, what is tangibly and materially different for the visitor that's giving them a more regional feel that they don't have today?
So right now, one of the challenges that we noticed is that each community is so busy internally promoting and that competitiveness that we kind of talked about, that they're not making the connection to go through the entire corridor. And understanding that, and that's the that Local First is planning on helping with, is that training of how do you take that customer experience and really connect them all the way through, and then that sustainable piece. So hey, when you do go on our trails, this is how you treat it. You carry out your trash and that sort of thing, and that is also led by the business owners and communicating that to tourists.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Big round of applause.